All right, this is a mobile on-the-go review. So I have the Next Base, what is it called? Piqo. It's the 2K dash cam. This is actually the one that was in that viral insurance scam video. If you guys have seen that on TikTok or any social media, where somebody runs in front to cut someone off, and they just stop and then reverse into the person because they didn't run into them. So then they purposely backed up to run into them. And then they came out acting all shocked and surprised. And you could tell one of the guys was like, oh crap, they have a dash cam, and they kind of took off and ran. That dash cam is actually this one that I'm testing out right now. It should have audio. So we're gonna test the picture and audio quality right now. Hopefully I'm getting all that recorded because I have my action cam recording as well. But yeah, today I'm just gonna show you the quality of it, and I'm gonna mount it up right now. I'm gonna drive around, go do a few errands, and then maybe you can decide if you like it or not. I did manage to pick this up at Best Buy over the holidays as a gift. I personally put dash cams in everything. So my work vans, my personal vehicle has one that's built in. And, I wanted to get one for my girlfriend because I told her, people drive crazy, and it's at helpful for liability reasons. And me in the work van, I don't want somebody to hit me and then say it was my fault and then try and, do something to our company. So dash cams are super helpful, and if you can get a small one like this one that has good enough quality to catch whoever, and maybe get some license plate numbers, that's kind of cool. So I'm gonna mount this up real quick. But yeah, this is the audio and video, hopefully, off of the Pico viral dash cam. All right, welcome back to the studio. Let me make sure everything's good. So here we have the Next Base Piqo. I don't know what it's called, but this is what you get in the box here. So we have the box itself. Like I said, this is the 2K version. This is what that dash cam looks like. So on the other side, you do get it's actually a button. It's an indicator. So it's gonna glow red when it's recording, like when it's in normal operation. And it did glow like a yellow and a blue when you first connected, and then like a green. And that was the whole the setup process to let you know that it's connecting. And then I believe yellow was that it was installing a firmware update. So right now I'll get into the app, but for the most part, easy to use. You got your SD card on the side. Like I said, that indicator is also a button in case you want to push it to let it know to save and protect and basically lock that clip. So if something happened, maybe not an accident or it didn't go off, because you'll hear an audible tone when it does, sense something, because I hit it a few times with my hand, and it will activate, recording locking, which you can it'll never override those files, and you can go back and look at them later. So you can do that manually with that button there. But pretty small camera overall. It is one directional. That's something I didn't mention in the beginning. So if you're looking for something that records through the front windshield and maybe inside the car, this is not that. I would assume if you're looking for that kind of dash cam, that's more for like Ubers or Lyfts or anything like that. So You get a really long cable here. The power adapter. It comes with two USB-C ports here, so that's nice that you get one back if you guys are charging at the same plug. You do get some install, some wet wipes, things like that, because this does mount. Right now I have it covered, but it's just mounted with 3M sticky tape, which it sticks pretty well. I had to yank it off. I moved it a few times and it's still stuck up on the windshield just fine. Just make sure it's clean. And then you also get some stickers if you guys want to put it on your window, like those ADT, that you put on your fence or front yard. This car is protected by NextBase, and you get a little like a little wedge squeegee tool and a an extra base actually. So this little base comes off. So I guess if this gets worn out in the sun, the sticky pad is no good anymore. You can change it out, and that has another 3M adhesive on it. It also comes with a 32 gigabyte, looks like their branded SD card with an adapter. So I'll talk about the app in a minute, but you get a 32 gig, which I think is fine for a single camera. Usually if I have a dual setup, you get like a front camera and a rear camera. USC is like 64 gigs, so that's usually what I put in mine, but 32 will be, just fine. All right, so there's a little indicator that I was talking about. This is the app. When you connect to it and set it up, you'll have this app to go through the library and set up a few things, and we'll get into this right now. I did do a firmware update, and here, if you just go through it real quick, settings. This is where I said you can change some of the settings, some of the audio stuff. So let's go to video settings really quick. So the video quality is there at 1440, 30 frames per second. You can mess with the exposure if you want to. And it gives you a little preview. I felt like it was fine where it was. License plate, what is this? You can add your license plate to the recording. But here, if you go to audio recording, like I said, if you guys are a little creeped out, which my girlfriend's going to want hers off, about hearing yourself on the playback or anything like that, you can just turn that off, and it'll be just a video camera. If something happens, you can actually pull that up, show that you weren't to blame, whatever it is that you need for your insurance. So you can turn that audio recording off. A lot of mine don't have it to begin with, so this one having the option, if you want it, is cool. The app is a little bit slow. If you go into stamps, you can get a GPS, time, I'm not sure what model is, and speed. So you can get all this, and it comes out at the bottom. If you notice on my recording, I had it upside down because I mounted it upside down so I could record myself in the car, but normally that stuff is across the bottom, and it gives you all that information there. Now, if you guys want a hardwire, which I've debated if to do this for this feature, which is this smart parking, sense when it's been hit or anything like that, when it's parked, like you have it out on the street parked, you're going to leave it in a garage, like a parking garage, anything like that. Smart parking will enable your dash cam to start recording if your vehicle is knocked. So yes, it requires a permanent live power supply. So you can do that. You can buy a separate, it doesn't come with the kit. You can buy a separate hardwire kit, and basically you're going to go into like the fuse or the battery and get it power to be able to do this when the vehicle's off. You can turn off the sound if you guys want. There is an audible, like when you start the car, there's an audible tone that you can hear. You can have all the sounds turned off, like when you get hit, there's another tone and things like that. So you can turn all that off. You can set the sensitivity. So like I was saying, the app is kind of slow. The only thing, we'll see if it works right now. The only thing I have not been able to get to work is the live view. It doesn't hook up to Wi-Fi or anything like that. You just get a direct connection to it. So if we go to live view, it's going to do its own. It's like any action camera. If you guys have any action cameras like DJI, Insta360, if you want to do a live view or go through the SD card over Wi-Fi, you're going to get this prompt, which is like its own personal Wi-Fi. And that's how you connect to this camera or to any modern action camera. And didn't work. All right, I think I finally got into it. Like I said, it's just a slow process. There's supposed to be a screen there, and I know it's laying down, but I should be able to see it. So I can't pull up anything, so nothing comes out for me. The live view is the only thing that doesn't work for me. The live view is really only when you're setting it up. If you guys want to check the angle when you have it on the windshield to, kind of move it around to the, the sweet spot. I've never done that with any other dash cam. I just kind of set it and forget it. And yeah, the live view for me just never worked. Viewing the video files on it is through that same Wi-Fi connection. Like I said, any action camera you can do that with. But with DJI and Insta360, I don't have this amount of issues. So going in here, a lot of the times the thumbnails take forever to load, things like that. But here are all your video files. It's going to show you also protected files up here first, which again is like if it senses like something's been hit, you've been in an accident, those usually get protected automatically. If you push the button, you can also do that manually. I don't know if I'm going to be able to open any of them up, but I mean, I was able to pull them off. So I got to connect again. I think we're going to leave it there. So essentially, if you guys are interested in this viral dash cam, like I said, it's been on TikTok everywhere. The girl that got hit or almost got scammed, she's been endorsing it, but I just went to Best Buy. I thought it was a good deal at 99 bucks. If you want to go check it out at Best Buy, if you want to go check it out, I'll leave a link in the description for Amazon or anything like that. I forgot to mention, you also have access to a guardian mode, which is like for your kids if they are speeding or they go out too far from what you want them to. There's that. There's also a witness mode, which that incorporates like a voice activated feature where I guess you can have it start recording or protecting maybe the file just by telling it, hey Nexi, witness mode. And then it goes into that in case you need that, and it'll also alert somebody that you have set up. I don't have it set up, so I'm not going to try that out, but it's a cool bonus feature, voice activation, and it can call somebody for you. And if you opt for a subscription, everything has that now. You get emergency SOS, you get, I guess, extended warranty and cloud storage if you guys need that. And I'm sure there's a few other features that I'm probably skimming over, but I just wanted to mention that it has all of those as well, not just, a video recorder. Aside from all the network issues, trying to connect to it, trying to get everything off of it, basically for me, a dash cam is like a set it and forget it type of, security. You don't need to notice it's there. Make sure your car outlet, the DC outlet is one that turns off with the car. I've had some that are just like older vehicles that just run 24/7, and that would kill my battery having cameras and other things hooked up to it. So just make sure it's an automatic shut off one. And it's like I said, set it and forget it, leave it there. It's out of the way. It's just recording. If you ever need to go back and get those video files, it saves to an SD card. I personally I wouldn't even use the app, to be honest, except to kind of set a few things, and that's it. And then whenever something happens, I'm just going to pull the SD card, plug it into the computer and rip the files, which is exactly how I got the footage for this video. This little guy is Reliable Tech approved. And if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, all that good stuff. See you guys next time.